Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. Thank you guys all so much for being here, your continued love and support here on the channel. So just to let you guys know, I am traveling right now, so I don't have, all of my decks, crystals, and lighting, sound equipment. So I do apologize if, this is a little different than what we normally do. But today we're going to be doing a rating that was actually subscriber requested. And it is what you need to focus on, or basically what needs your attention right now. Okay, so we are going to have 3 different groups for you guys to choose from. I have pre-shuffled the oracle cards. And then once we get into your specific reading, we will look at pulling some tarot in addition to the oracle messages to see what comes through for you guys. So what you need to focus on, what needs your attention right now. I'm, instead of crystals, because I don't have them with me, I'm going to put an image on the screen for each of the groups, and you're going to choose which image you feel the most intuitively drawn to. So starting with group number 1, this is going to be your image here. And then moving on to group number 2, this is going to be your image to choose from. And finally, group number 3, this is going to be your image. So once again, what you need to focus on, what needs your attention right now. I'm going to put all 3 images together on the screen again for you guys to choose from. Group 1, 2, and 3. Timestamps will be down below for you guys, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, group 1. So those of you that resonated with this image here, this is going to be your reading today. So we're taking a look at what you need to focus on, what needs your attention right now. So let's take a look at your cards. We have card number, what is this? 48, and the dragonfly and pansy with balance. We have card number 41, bring the exile home. We have card number 7, learn from the bees. We have perspective with better off, happiness, and a clear headspace. And we also have commitment here, marriage, promises, and fidelity, okay? So, doesn't necessarily have to be romantic related. This can be any way or anything that you are committed to, your job, your health, your finances, improving them, whatever it is. So we're going to see what Spirit is referring to. Now, I do want to look at this card here because I'm not familiar with this one here. So bring the exile home. Let's see. Oops. Okay, so 41. It says there will be times when you are the exile searching for belonging. Like the ugly duckling going from place to place in hopes of home. This can be situational, temporary sting, or a long drawn-out ache of longing as you seek out your true place. Either way, it's incredibly painful to feel homesick for a place you've lost, or heartsick for a home you've never had. This isn't punishment, nor is it permanent. Your quest for connection is a holy one. Now is the time to apprentice yourself to your lostness, to companion your longing by asking what it wants from you. Drop down into the wound of your unbelonging and listen to the melody found there. Its song calls you towards true home, where the exile no longer has to fit in, but simply belongs. Okay? So this card here, Learn from the Bees, this card is actually about, what is it called? Alchemizing something. So, and then you do have balance here. So we're going to pull the tarot and get a little bit more information. So it's kind of giving me like this feeling of unrest here, or something that could be bothering you deep down that needs your attention, and maybe a need for you. I mean, some of you, it could have to do with a current commitment in your life. It could be romantic, could be your job, could be something that you're committing your time and your energy into. But this is almost this feeling of not feeling settled, feeling like something isn't, like maybe literally you not fitting in, but it could be that something feels out of alignment. So let's take a look at, see what the tarot has. Yep, we've got Justice in reverse is the first card out. What do you need to focus on? What needs your attention right now? Something's out of balance, okay, with the Justice card in reverse. We have the Five of Swords. There's the Tower. We'll need one more. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords and also the Three of Swords in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, now for some of you, this literally could be a relationship. For some of you, it might be a marriage. With the Five of Swords, this can in fact be, especially the Tower being here, a toxic connection, a toxic relationship. And so if it's something that's out of alignment for you, this partnership, it could even be a job. Let's just say that. Maybe it's a job, the environment, the work environment. And there's a feeling here of longing for maybe a sense of peace, security, stability, something that feels resonant for you. So I feel like this is where Spirit's saying that there's something that you are committed to right now, that with the Tower energy here, this is the breakdown of a false reality. So perhaps we may have had an illusion that this job or this place that we live or this relationship or this friendship, whatever that is in your life, that you're having this feeling deep down inside that it's not aligned. And so it's like wanting or craving, desiring to have that sense of alignment or resonance. And this could be something where the universe is trying to get your attention about needing to recognize that, acknowledge it, and doing something about it. Okay, in this case, doing something about it, because you do have the Six of Swords here. And the Six of Swords is about moving away from something that is creating chaos or upheaval in your life, something that's unstable, something that maybe is a little bit of a toxic energy. The Five of Swords can talk about drama, negativity, fighting or arguing, being around or surrounded by people who are very negative, very low vibrational, maybe even having that feeling of like, I can't trust this friend, or I can't trust this coworker, or this partner. So there is a feeling here with the Five of Swords of being caught up in a situation where you could be feeling like you're on the defense, or you're maybe even a victim to someone's mistreatment, whether that is a coworker, a romantic partner, a family member. It's just kind of like this not great energy. Now, for those of you where this is has nothing to do with anyone else. The Five of Swords can also talk about self-sabotaging thoughts, okay? And so those self-sabotaging thoughts can be ones that are also throwing you out of alignment. And this is where Spirit's saying you're needing to really pay attention to either something within yourself or something external to you is creating this misalignment here. The Six of Swords is moving towards calm, peaceful, grounded energy. And for some of you specifically, this could be talking about your state of mind, moving into a more calming, peaceful, grounded state of mind. The Three of Swords energy here in reverse is also about healing. The Wheel of Fortune is helping to bring about positive change, but the Wheel of Fortune is also talking about change, the need for change, because there's something here that's not aligned. Now, for some of you with the Justice card in reverse, it could, it may be that there is a person that you are connected to that is dishonest, a person who is not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. It could be a boss, a coworker, a family member. This can also be a card of bullying. So like if being, talked down to or mistreated in any way by, anyone that you could have around you. So I want to clarify this a little bit more, maybe to see where this is coming from. So I feel like with the perspective here, being better off, maybe this is Spirit saying that if you are acknowledging that there is a person or a situation that you're currently dealing with, would you be better off moving away from this person, away from this situation, or away from this way of thinking? Learning from the bees, like I said, this is talking about the process of alchemy, where bees alchemize pollen and create honey with it, right? So they're kind of transmuting the energy, alchemizing it. So we can do the same thing in terms of our own negative thoughts, negative thinking, where we can shift the form of energy from one that is low vibrational and negative into something that is powerful and positive for us. So let's look at this Justice card in reverse. Now we do have Libra here, Aries and Scorpio. And then we have Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the Justice card in reverse. We have the Strength card, so again, more Leo energy. We have the Ace of Cups. I don't feel like this is all of you, but some of you might in fact have a person around you where there is betrayal, or maybe has been betrayal in the past. We do have the Seven of Pentacles here as well. I am feeling like Spirit is asking you to take some time to reevaluate or reassess what you are putting your time, or who you are giving your time and your energy into. Some of you, if it is a romantic situation, the Strength card could be about you having the courage or the bravery, confidence within yourself to maybe even end something, because the Tower energy helps us to release. It helps us to release things that are not aligned. And this could be helping you to shift into a better direction by releasing anything, anyone that does not serve you, that does not align for you. Some of you, this might be encouraging you to open yourself up to a new opportunity in love by releasing perhaps a connection that does no longer align for you. Let's see why the Tower is here. For some of you, there may also be a need for emotional release with this Ace of Cups, healing, self-love. Why is the Tower here? We have Judgment. So there is a call here to release something, okay? It's going to be different for all of you, but Judgment is about letting go. It is going through the death and rebirth process, letting anger go, resentment go. The Five of Swords can also be about holding on to anger or resentment. So for some of you, if there has been past heartbreak, you know, somebody betraying your trust, somebody, again, mistreating, and we still carry anger, resentment, or even a victim mentality towards that person or towards that situation, it can be something that's still affecting you mentally or even emotionally. So this is where we need to kind of move away and balance and alchemize that energy. Now, if you are someone who is, you know, married to someone in a committed partnership, and this past betrayal or heartbreak is something that you've not healed yet, and you're already in a new connection, you could unknowingly be bringing in that past energetic baggage into this new connection. Or even for those of you that are single right now and you are looking for new love, there is something here that needs to be released from past so that we're not bringing that into new connections moving forward. And we're able to allow ourselves to fully open up to receive love and connection with a new person. Okay, so let's see why this Tower is here. We have the Fool. So this is embarking on a new beginning here. We have Aquarius. And we have the Ten of Wands. So yes, there is something here that's needing to be released energetically. The Ten of Wands is we're holding on to a lot of energy, a lot of heaviness, things that are kind of weighing us down. So I feel like this is where you have to ask yourself what needs to be released, because we're carrying something here energetically. Okay, pain, anger, resentment, self-sabotaging thoughts. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Three of Wands. The Ace of Wands. We have the Death card and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so with the Death card, again, we've got an ending here, some kind of change, maybe even personal transformation for you, especially emotionally. The Queen of Cups is going to symbolize a need for nurturing the self, emotional stability. The Ace of Wands is giving you the potential for new beginnings, inspiring you towards a new beginning. This can be something that's helping you to change what you experience in the near future, okay? So helping to improve your perspective on future, or to help to shift your perspective, I feel like, for the future. And then we have the Lovers here at the bottom. So the Lovers is also a card of, you know, being in alignment. It's a card of harmony and balance, which is what Spirit is kind of indicating here, the need for balance. Now, the Lovers is also about making a major decision, a major choice, a choice of the heart. We have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is about contentment, happiness, satisfaction, wish fulfillment, Page of Swords energy, and the Five of Cups. So this is where Spirit is wanting you to observe if there's something, someone, something that is creating this heaviness for you, whether it's from the past and something, that your feelings and your emotions need your attention at this time, or if there's a feeling of discouragement over, what you've experienced in the past and the need for changing that, observing your feelings. Some of you might even be dealing with, depression, a little bit of some sadness here. So there's a need for observing your feelings, observing your thoughts, because these could certainly be something that are kind of throwing you, out of alignment here. So there's a need to kind of dig a little bit deeper beneath the surface, right? Maybe to certain things that could be bothering us from the past, things that happened years ago, but they're just kind of like they're festering, and maybe they're wounds that we need to heal, heartbreak or pain or sadness or anything that we could be holding on to from past, whether it's having to do with other people or even feeling discouraged within ourselves, disappointed, so that's really where I feel like Spirit's wanting you to take a look at, again, your commitments here, friendships, family situations, romantic partnerships, your job, romantic, anything that you give your time and your energy to. How is it making you feel? Okay. Is it something that is causing more stress, more burden, more heartbreak than anything? And is it time to let it go? Is it time for change? So that you can help to feel a lot more balance within the self and move away from things that are kind of dragging the energy down, and to help us, shift our perspective into openness and receptivity towards something new that's more in alignment, whether it means a new job, a new place that we're living, or, new ways of looking at inspiration, ideas, creativity, or stepping outside of our comfort zone to try new things, do new things. Okay, so it's just really asking you to kind of do a little check-in, a self-check-in here. What are we holding on to energetically? What can we release? What can we let go of? What needs healing? Okay, and make that commitment to yourself, right? To let go, to release things that are not in alignment, so that you continue to maintain that sense of balance and groundedness and happiness with the things that you do give your time and your energy to, and no longer giving time and energy into things that just kind of bring you down. Okay. All right. So that is all that I have for you, Group 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Group 2. So those of you that resonate with this image here for your reading today, we are getting into what you need to focus on, what needs your attention right now. So we are going to be looking at your oracle cards first, and then we'll add on some tarot. So the first one we have out is card number 37, the Coyote and Datura with Deceit. So this may be about how we're deceiving oneself, or maybe even that there's a person surrounding you who could be deceiving you. We have number 24, Brave the Journey. Number 8, Seek the Ally. We have Hopeless here, sinking, despair, and falling apart. And then we also have Karma here. It says consequences, cause and effect, and also debts. Okay, interesting. Let's pull the tarot and see what is going on here. But maybe there has been someone for some of you that you are that has deceived you in some way, that has caused you to feel this way. So let's see. Seek the ally. I almost feel like this is you connecting with someone who truly is your ally. I noticed too that she's got her head in the clouds here, which makes me feel like if there's some kind of clouded judgment or something that you're not seeing clearly here, if there's confusion, something that's perhaps bothering you here. Let's see. I feel like I might want to ask. We'll see what the tarot pulls first, but I think I might want to clarify, what is this deceit here? To get a little bit more specific. Now again, this could be us deceiving ourselves in some way. Or a person you have surrounding you. Group 2. What do you need to focus on? What needs your attention right now? The 4 of Cups. What needs your attention? Oops. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The 10 of Wands. This might even be feeling stressed out, overwhelmed, burnt out for some of you, or be dealing with, some of you maybe an Earth sign who you're not happy with right now, literally not happy with right now. Let's see. What do you need to focus on? The 8 of Wands. The Devil. Capricorn energy. And we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. Some of you, this does have to do with a romantic situation, perhaps a love interest. Some of you could be dealing with rejection from a person who even is emotionally unavailable, a person who you do have feelings for. And if this person is kind of being emotionally closed off with you, there might be, with the Devil energy here, there might be some stringing along, some emotional manipulation. Let's clarify this deceit card here and see what the deceit is. But the Devil can be deceptive energy. It can talk about obsession, attachment, codependency. A person who has some unhealthy or toxic patterns of behaviors in relationships. What is the deceit here? The Star. This almost feels like false hope. Somebody who's giving you false hope. Why is the deceit here? Somebody who's not trustworthy. We have the Ace of Wands. This could be a person who's deceiving you into believing that there's some kind of potential here. Perhaps for something more. The Four of Swords. There's a need for really reflecting upon this. Let's clarify this devil. I'm seeing the Seven of Wands is at the bottom. For some of you, there's a need for boundaries with this person. This could in fact be something that you're not seeing with the Four of Cups energy here. Or something that we're ignoring. Because the devil can also be an illusion. Let's see. Why is the devil here? We also have Aquarius here. Eight of Swords. This is a lot of obsessing. The Three of Wands. This is anticipation and waiting. So some of you could be waiting for something, waiting for someone, obsessing over them, very attached to them. And then we have the Magician. Okay, so this is a person who is deceptive here. The devil and the Magician is not a great combination. This is a person who could be manipulating you. Okay. Now, again, I'm not going to just leave it to just romantic situations, because this could be really anybody that you do have around you. It might even be a friend who's acting like your friend when they're really not your friend. And I would say that this is confirmation for those of you that are already feeling that. You know, you can just kind of feel that something's off about someone. It kind of feels like there is a person who's very manipulative here. The devil energy can also talk about a person who's, you know, emotionally manipulative, possessive, controlling. Could even be like a boss who's like that. Let's see. For those of you where there's not really any of that, like a person or any situation that you do have with that, I would say also for your own mindset, because the Magician is about focused intention. It's basically what we're focusing our energy on. And the Eight of Swords is about negativity, self-limiting beliefs. The devil also has to do with more fear-based thinking, because it has to do with our ego and our shadow self. So some of you might be anticipating something in the future in a negative way. And maybe this is your own thoughts, right, that are deceiving you, about thinking worst case scenario of something that's going to happen in the future. You know, maybe this has to do with some kind of opportunity for you. Maybe it has to do with career, or, you know, securing a new job, or something of that nature. So let's see what this Four of Cups is here. We have the Sun, Leo energy. We've also got Gemini and Virgo. There's the Moon. So something's being illuminated here for you. And I feel for some of you, it's like you're not seeing it. The Moon can be something that is hidden from you, something that's concealed. This could be deception here. So let's find out what this karma is here. What is the karma? Three of Cups. Again, some of you, this might be a friend. Three of Cups can also be... I want to say specifically for those of you who could be in a third-party situation. If you are in fact in a third party situation and you are technically the third party, meaning that the person that you're involved with is already with someone else, married to someone else, you know, involved with someone else, and you're kind of a third party here. Being that we do have karma here, consequences, cause and effect, let's put it this way. If we involve ourselves, insert ourselves into a situation where we know, right, that someone's married, someone's in a relationship, and we continue on with it, right, and we allow the other person to kind of draw us in, right, and to keeping ourselves in a situation like that. And if there's someone who's kind of telling you, you know, oh, I'm going to be with you, or I'm going to leave this person and we're going to be together, or, you know, something of that nature, this person could be being deceptive and stringing you along. And when they don't do, right, they're full of empty promises, and their words are not aligning, you know, with their actions. And we end up getting hurt, right? Feeling sad about it because it didn't work out the way that we thought it was going to. This is where we have to understand karma, okay? Karma is not really meant to punish us, but it's meant to help us to learn to make the right choices, the right decisions for our highest good and for the highest good of all of those who are involved in the situation. So if you are involved, like I said, in a third party situation and you are technically the third party, we have to understand that we have to have some form of accountability, knowing that we've put ourselves in a situation like that where there is the risk of getting hurt, right, by a person who we're allowing to continue to mislead us into a situation that is not the most ideal. And so if we end up getting hurt, right, we know what the situation is. We have to understand these are the consequences of our actions. If we've made the choice that wasn't, say, the greatest for us, we have to understand these are the consequences as we end up getting hurt. Okay? So some of that, I feel like this is where Spirit is kind of highlighting that for you, is there's a need for you to really see what's being illuminated here. There's a lot perhaps that you're not seeing. Maybe this person's deception is something that Spirit is wanting you to see clearly, is that this person could be someone who's lying to you, someone who's manipulating you, someone who's feeding you empty promises here with that Knight of Cups, you know, right next to this Devil and the Magician. It could be a person who's full of empty promises. And it could be something that's causing a lot of stress. And so I feel like this time with Seek the Ally here, if you are going through a situation like that, or even if it's with friends, you know, where you have you're part of a friends group, a friend circle, and one of the friends is deceptive and talking behind your back or mistreating you in some way, and Spirit's really wanting you to see that person for who they are. If we know that the person's toxic, if we know the person's lying, if we know they're deceptive, and we keep ourselves and hold on to that friendship, it's the same thing, right? We're choosing to hold on to a situation that does not serve us. So this is where Spirit is wanting you to focus on, and what needs your attention right now is for you to take a look at the connections that you have, okay? Romantic, friendships, maybe people you work with, and to see this situation very clearly. I'm going to clarify the Moon, but there's a lot of deceptive energy here. I will say that, right? We've got the card of deceit here. Again, this combination of the Magician and the Devil, not great. We have to remember the Magician is a master of alchemy, a master of manipulating energies, right? And especially with the Devil, not great. The Moon can also be about deception and illusion. The Knight of Cups, you know, can be a very sweet energy on its own without this energy, but with this here, with all this deceit, to me, this is kind of like a person who says all the right things, who's very charming. Like you would never see it, right? You would never suspect that a person would be like that. So let's look at the Moon energy here. Four of Cups can also be talking about us having a blind spot, something that we're not seeing that's Spirit's trying to illuminate this deception here. Something that's hidden from you, something that's concealed. Perhaps a person who's trying to conceal. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Six of Cups. Some of you are needing to rethink your choice here when it comes to for some of you, it might be reuniting with somebody, reconciling with somebody. Maybe for some of you, this is somebody from your past. So I almost feel like with the Seek the Ally here, this is where Spirit is saying that right now you might not be seeing this situation clearly, or yeah, your judgment might be clouded. So this is where Spirit is trying to illuminate this for you so that you can connect with perhaps a friend, maybe a family member, who is going to help you to sort through this, who's going to help you and maybe tell you what you need to hear, help you to see things clearly, help you to move out of this space of hopelessness or sadness or depression or pain, to help you to see clearly here so that you're able to move forward. What else with the karma here, Spirit? The Five of Wands. Yeah, for somebody, this feels like there's other people involved here. We have the Hangman. There's a need for letting go. There's a need for surrender. You know, there might even be this energy here of competition. Like, let's just say if you are involved in a third-party situation romantically where you feel the need to compete with the third party. You know, the Hangman here could be a need for you to surrender, a need for you to just let go and not feel, because this is about releasing control, right? Knowing that we cannot control the situation and the way that it goes. Got Pisces energy here. I almost feel like there's some kind of disillusionment here from this illusion. Perhaps for some of you, this is something that you're stuck with. Maybe you're stuck on a person from the past or stuck in a situation. You know, again, false hope, empty promises. You know, sometimes it may not even be that another person is emotionally manipulating us, but it could be our own emotions that manipulate us, our own obsessive thoughts that are keeping us stuck or trapped and holding on to a person or a situation that's not the best for us. So perhaps for some of you, the assistance of, say, like another person where you can kind of talk to them and say, hey, this is what's going on with me. This is everything I've been experiencing mentally, emotionally. What do you think? And then your friend, whoever, right, family member, is able to see it from the outside and is able to be like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? You know, to help you to kind of get the clarity that you need. Sometimes we need that little kick in the pants, you know, to help us to see something clearly where we're just like, wow, you know what? You're right. I didn't see it that way. And you've helped me to see the situation clearly. You've knocked some sense into me and you're right, you know? I know I've had friends like that in the past that have helped me with my love life, to really just like knock me out of my own delusions about certain people that I've had to deal with in the past. So the brave the journey here, you know, she's got her head in the clouds, like I said earlier, and it kind of makes me feel like there's a lot of heaviness, right? That you're maybe holding on to. Maybe for some of you, there's a lot of suppressed feelings and emotions. You know, perhaps maybe it's a past person who has deceived you or betrayed you in some regard, and you still have some unresolved feelings or emotions towards that person. You still need healing, and your mind is not able to let go of that person. You feel like you can't move on, you can't move forward. There's still resistance there with letting that person go. And so this is also a call for you to really work towards healing, because again, your own emotions and feelings and thoughts about this person or situation from the past can be keeping you captive, keeping you stuck. And this is where Spirit is trying to help you to heal and to feel a sense of renewal and peace and calm, to help you to continue to move forward along your journey without holding on to this person or this situation. There's a need for surrender to it. Okay? Some of you, I feel like there's a resistance here to letting go. So what is this braving the journey here? So again, this doesn't have to necessarily be romantic. I mean, you could have had a friend or a family member who's done something, who's deceived you, who's lied, who's betrayed, who was jealous, who was envious, who did something here, but it kind of looks like we're still holding on to it. We still feel stuck in it. We still feel trapped in it. And this is where Spirit is asking you to seek the assistance of an ally, maybe a friend, somebody you can confide in, to help you to come to that place of surrender with letting go, if we're having trouble with doing so. So what is this braving the journey? So it's kind of like helping you to reclaim your power here. Okay. We might be trying to control the outcome of a situation that we don't have any control over, right? So there's that need for surrender there. We've got the Death card, change, endings, Page of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. Yep, some of you, this is, you know, I feel for some of you, a lot in your head, a lot of obsessive thinking, a lot of overthinking, a lot of overanalyzing, a lot of stressing, worrying, anxiety, a lot of fantasizing, daydreaming, kind of stuck in whatever this situation is for you. And there's a need for putting it to rest. Here, literally, we can see death here, and there's a man who's kind of like at a little gravestone here, putting something to rest. So, you know, for somebody, this is letting something go, letting someone go. Okay. All right, so that is all that I have for you, Group 2. I do hope this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Hi, Group 3. So those of you that resonated with this image here for your group, we're looking today at what you need to focus on, what needs your attention right now. So we're going to take a look at your oracle cards first, and then we will pull some tarot. So we have card number 12, the lizard and pitcher plant with stagnation. We have number 12. Interesting, these are both 12s. Yeah. Fly with the dreamer. Fly with the dreamer. The number 12 is also the Hanged Man in the tarot, which can be about stagnancy. Let's see. We have Turn Your Back, number 33. I do have to cover this one a little bit, but there's a lady in the moon here. So Turn Your Back, number 33. Let me put a little something on her. Okay. So number 33, turn your back. We have clinging here, holding on, obsessing, and spying. And we have realizations here, epiphanies, understandings, and awakenings. Okay, let's pull the tarot. I almost feel like there's her little boat here is strung up on the moon and her body here, which is also keeping it still. So maybe this is where Spirit is saying there's something you're needing to turn your back to or release or let go of, because we have clinging here, holding on to something. Okay, let's see. So what do you need to focus on? What needs your attention right now? The Ace of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. The Eight of Cups. There's something here. I notice all three piles today have been about releasing things that we're holding on to emotionally. So there's definitely this energy that I'm tapping into with the collective today. Let's see. Queen of Cups, again, more cups, energy, feelings, emotions. The Tower, this is releasing. Okay. All right, so I want to clarify a little further. I want to see what this is Spirit saying here that you're holding on to. Something that is causing stagnancy. It could even be something that's keeping you from other opportunities. Now, it doesn't have to just be love, because I am seeing the Eight of Pentacles here. And Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom. So some of you, this might even be tied into your career. Like career stagnancy. And, you know, this clinging here might be like we're afraid of change. We're afraid of, you know, either changing career paths, getting a new job. You know, there's, again, we've got a boat here. Like the boat wants to go somewhere, but the boat is tied down. So are we turning our back to an opportunity here for some type of new beginning? Maybe for some of you with career, something that your heart desires here, desires to do, desires to journey. The Eight of Cups is about walking away, letting go of things that no longer bring us fulfillment. So that could be like staying at a job that pays the bills, makes good money, but we're not happy. So fly with the dreamer. To me, this is about you. You know, there's an owl sitting on the top of her head here. And the owls are a symbol of wisdom and also our intuition. So flying with the dreamer, I feel like as you moving towards your dreams, your goals. Let's ask Spirit here, what are you turning your back to, or what is this about? Turn your back. The Ace of Wands, this is a new beginning. So having a realization here that the universe perhaps is trying to lead you towards a new opportunity, a new beginning. For some of you, it might be a creative pursuit. Some of you, it might be love. The Ace of Cups can also talk about creativity. What does this turn your back to? Ace of Wands can be about divine inspiration, a creative spark, passionate new beginning. Seven of Cups, this is your dreams. your vision. So are you turning your back to the things that you really desire here? Page of Cups. This is also about your imagination, your dreams. Okay, so this is pretty clear here. This is Spirit wanting you to focus on taking action, inspired action towards and opening yourself up towards the dreams that you have, the goals that you have. Because this is Spirit saying you're stagnant here. You're turning your back to this divine inspiration to pursue your dreams. Page of Cups is about imagination, fantasies, daydreaming, and the Seven of Cups is also about dreams, opportunities. The opportunities are here. So we're holding on. Yeah, the world at the bottom is an ending here, like the end of a chapter. This is you creating this new beginning here, letting go of what no longer is fulfilling. Some of you could be the job, what you do for work, how you make money. Let's look at the clinging here. The Hermit. The Strength card. So we've got Virgo and Leo, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Cancer. This is the need for having courage and being brave. We've got the Two of Swords here. So we might even be feeling a little indecisive. Maybe having two different ideas. The Hermit sometimes can be when we feel lost. We don't know exactly what our path is, which direction to go. The Strength card asks us to be brave, confident in yourself, courageous. There's a need for you to listen to your intuition because your intuition is guiding you, right? Fly with the dream. The Hangman, which is number 12, like I said, both of these are 12s here. The Hangman is about insight, enlightenment, a change of perspective. It's opening us up to perceiving something or even receiving downloads from Spirit. Excuse me. Receiving a download from Spirit, information from your own intuition of where it's guiding you. And I feel like your intuition right now is guiding you towards making a change, of leaving something. So trying to give you some kind of epiphany here, realization, to awaken you to maybe where your intuition is drawing you towards, which is towards realizing your dreams. Don't turn your back to them, is what Spirit is saying here. You need to focus on creating them, manifesting them, letting go of things that are not in alignment for you so you continue to work towards the dreams. Commit yourself, Eight of Pentacles, to nurture the dreams so you can bring them to fruition. So this is letting go of maybe like a job that's no longer in alignment for us, something that's no longer working for us. So let's clarify the Tower. The Tower can also be an epiphany, an awakening. Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Yeah. So this realization here is about you moving towards your wish fulfillment. Page of Pentacles is planting the seed for something new. So we're beginning maybe like a new creative project, something new that we want to work towards. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's a new business. So what you need to focus on and what needs your attention is putting effort towards your dreams, towards your goals, towards what you imagine, what you dream of, and making a decision. Because indecision can also lead to stagnancy. So this is basically Spirit saying, get moving, get moving, right? We have the Queen of Pentacles here. So it's time to nurture career. Some of you could be completely changing career paths. You know, pursuing your dream, which could be a whole new career. Maybe it's something creative, something that you love. Some of you might even be going back to school, you know, taking a class or something that helps you to elevate in terms of your skill set here. We've got the Emperor at the bottom. Now, the Emperor, especially with focusing and our attention, your high priestess is right underneath that, the intuition. So the emperor is about you building your empire, your foundation. This requires discipline. This requires organization. This is about you building something that is solid, secure, stable. It's about you feeling confident in the moves that you're making. Okay, so the intuition, right, the creativity is from the feminine energy. So this may be asking you to take those ideas, right, that inspiration, the things that you wish to create, and now stepping into the masculine energy to get it done, to make it happen. Otherwise, it stays a dream. It doesn't become something that we bring into reality. So the emperor is asking us to step into our masculine energy and to get it done. Get it done. Make it happen. Make the dreams happen. Focus on what the dream is, right? What the vision is, and take inspired action towards that. Make a choice, make a decision. And if you're feeling indecisive at this time, like which direction should I go, this is where the universe is kind of directing your attention inwards. The soul knows where it's meant to go. It knows where it's meant to journey. We've just got to quiet the noise of our ego, our conscious thinking mind, right? It can sometimes get in the way. And this is listening to our intuition, into what we're feeling, where we're being guided. So make that time for quiet time every day, even if it's just 5 minutes, and you can kind of add on to that every day where you have that as part of your spiritual practice, where you check in, just silence, just quiet. No phone, no TV, no radio, just quiet. Close your eyes, put your hands on your chest and feel into your heart space. Ask for guidance. Your ancestors, your spirit team, ask for clarity, ask for signs, and be open to receive them. They might not come right then and there. For some of you, yes, if you're super tuned in, but some of you, it might be something that you see, out while you're out and about. Things, right, that you notice over and over again, numbers or signs, that are flashing at you, something that's helping to guide and assist you. You could even be meeting people. Like, let's just say if you're torn between, let's just say 2 different career ideas, and you ask your spirit team, like, help me to have some clarity. I want to know which career path is best for me. What should I do? And then all of a sudden you're standing in line at the grocery store and you overhear people in front of you talking, and they're talking about the career field that you were thinking about. There's your clue right there. Okay? Little things like that, and the way that the universe kind of leads us into certain places, or meeting, connecting with certain people, that all kind of are these little breadcrumbs that the universe leads us to. But you have to be right aware, noticing, paying attention to the animals, the birds outside, the squirrels, what are they doing? Like, just nature in general. Be tuned in, be aware, pay attention to your surroundings. Okay, take it all in. All right, so that is all that I have for you, Group 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.